Good morning, Dr. Sadat here. Today, just want to give you a quick tidbit on exercise. I am a chiropractic neurologist, as we all know, functional medicine practitioner, but I also have a master's in sport health science. So that deals with sports biomechanics of injury, body movements, kinetics, kinematics, orthokinematics, and dealing with upper and lower extremity injuries. So I'm a big proponent of exercise and physical activity. And when I say exercise and physical activity, I'm not just talking about the physical body. I'm also talking about your mental capacity to handle and deal with exercise, and even sometimes adversity during exercise. And understand something about exercise. You know, you've heard the statement, no pain, no gain. And the evolutionary fallacy, or at least opinions of the fallacy behind that statement. Well, exercise does hurt. It's uncomfortable. All right. So in order for your body, in order for your muscles, your proteins in your muscles to work and to be torn, because they are micro tears that happen to build hypertrophy, for your muscles to develop and expand, it does require some discomfort. If you do things that are always comfortable, you will get what you always got. You know, you'll receive what you always had. So in some cases, it requires you to go above and beyond what's normal for you. Okay. Now, a little hurt compared to pain, two different things. Pain typically signifies injury and damage. And you don't want injury. You don't want to work through injury. You want to work on your injuries, and then you want to work through some discomfort. Okay, so any rehab specialist will tell you that once you have an injury, the first and most important thing to do is to heal that injury. Now, once that injury has been healed, now you have to go through the mental, the psychological memory of that injury in order to prove to yourself that you are healthy. And you can now begin any protocol for a return to optimal function. All right. But unless you're, a supreme, highly trained professional type of athlete, there's certain things that might not be necessary for you to go through to be healthy. All right. So, before in other videos, we discussed breath work, the parasympathetic nervous system, the control of fight-flight response, your sympathetic nervous system. Well, all this stuff is intertwined in exercise. So when you go out there and run, I'm not a runner. I'm more of a biker. I'm more of a stacking exercise type guy, where I'll go in the gym and I'll get my heart rate up by, first biking, but secondly by doing repetitive, cumulative exercise back to back. Not HIIT training, but the type of training that will involve my heart rate getting up to 70% of my maximum heart rate, which is generally where you want to be, for a good 30 minutes. And so, when people say they go outside and they exercise and they get 15 minutes of walking in, well, that's cool because you're doing something. And that's important because you're getting outside, you're getting some sun, vitamin D, you're sweating a little bit, opening up the pores. So you are getting some benefit from that. Now, to maximize that, and that's what we do with functional medicine, optimal health. That's what we do with chiropractic neurology, is optimal neurological functioning, is we want you to be optimal for your age group and for your objective list. We want you to optimize life. And in optimizing life, you got to go deep in here and deep in here and practice coherence. So that's why it's important to meditate, to practice yoga, to practice mindfulness and presence. You know, to realize that time, you know, it's a construct, some say, but it's real because you make it real. And exercise needs to be incorporated, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, in your daily activity. And sometimes that may not involve going outside. Sometimes it's going inside. And exercise, the most important muscle, your brain. So, I'm going to give you a couple tidbits in exercise and how to make it consistent and how to develop your discipline. Make small steps. You know, a lot of people, when I used to train, especially women, when I would train women, they say, well, you're going too hard. You know, just give us baby steps, give us small steps. And people in my life used to tell me, you know, you want us to do too much. Okay, I'm hearing you now, and I get it. So these small baby steps are things like, okay, the 15-minute walk routine, 3 times a week we talked about. Is it optimal? Is it maximizing your capabilities? Absolutely not. But it is a small baby step. It's developing the discipline to do it every single day. So I challenge you, get up in the morning earlier than you're used to getting up. Go walking. I prefer you to walk once the sunlight comes up, because you're knocking 2 birds out with 1 stone. But if that's not the case, then so be it. And even if you can't do it in the morning because you just don't want to get up, which is part of the discipline, do it when you get home, which I generally don't want to, because when I get home, I had a long day, a long mental day, even physical day, because I'm a chiropractor, so I deal with these hands all day. And I deal with, running a practice. So I'm mentally drained by the time I get home. Don't really want to talk on the phone, don't really want to do a whole bunch, just sit down, maybe read a little bit, watch some news, maybe some sports, and get prepared for my next day. But those that do want to exercise when they get home, have at it. Go outside. It doesn't get dark until 8 o'clock or after 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So go outside, get your walking in. You can stay inside if you like to. Get your jumping jacks in, get your push-ups in, your sit-ups in. Do that for 20 minutes a day. Get your stretches in. Okay, don't forget that. If you have a membership to Stretch Zone, a Stretch Lab, go out there. I got a buddy of mine that's got one of those. Go out there and get that done. A couple times a month. Do it yourself every day. But stretch and exercise that brain. And that brain is stretched and exercised by feeding it good food. And so do you see how all these systems are intertwined? They're attached. So holistic healthcare is not detaching yourself one system from the other. It's connecting all these systems together. And realize the elbow bone is connected to the wrist bone is connected to the hand bone, right? You remember hearing that, when you're in elementary school. Well, that's true. All your systems are interconnected. Without your cardiovascular system pumping blood to your nervous system, the nervous system doesn't work. Without the nervous system sending impulses, cascade of chemical impulses and electrical impulses to the musculoskeletal system, your muscles don't work. So if you feed your brain good things, like your essential amino acids, like your the good oils, the DHA, the omega-3 fatty acids, which you can get through your nutrition, preferably whole foods, these things will feed your brain, and these things will optimize your health. Right? So if you can't get to that fish oil today, surely you got one of these. An apple a day, they say, keeps the doctor away. I say an apple a day won't keep the doctor away, because the doctor's going to be your guide. But an apple a day will definitely make your heart healthier and your brain healthier. All right? Talk soon. Peace.